deeply as some that have already spoken. I really enjoyed listening to the anecdotes, many of which I've heard before, but some are new. But I remember hearing about Carl long before I ever met Carl. You know, I heard the name Carl Risingmore. You hear about this name floating around. And before I ever met you, Carl, in my brain I'm thinking that I saw something on PBS about you taking kids across the Canadian border. I saw some kind of documentary that I'm pretty sure you were in. And so I knew all of this about you before I ever met you. So you know, you get in your mind as you hear about the exploits and you see a documentary, and you get your mind about what the person would be like. And you're nothing like what I thought. Nothing like what I thought you'd be, because you're so personable, you're so warm, you're so friendly. So for me, one of the biggest virtues you have is you're optimistic. In this, doing the kinds of things we do, it's pretty doggone easy to get discouraged. And you seldom do. You're very optimistic, positive. I would echo also what the Rosenthal said, you're an idea guy. You're always thinking about what we can do. You have
I get it wrong
energy.
too. I was wrong about Egypt. You know, you put me straight there. You know, I put it out there, and anybody who have something to say, I'll listen, and I'll try to, you know, you too. Joanne, you were on my case over that one.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's
It's
what
not your
about.
turn to speak, Carl. You can have a rebuttal after we're done.
Well, the thing is that your moral compass is usually right on the mark. And we can usually trust you to have the right idea, the right approach, the right decision-making needs to be done. So we're going to miss that. Judy and I were talking before dinner, and we were kind of joking around about you going to the Philippines. And, you know, I think you said something like, well, I hope they let him out of the country. Because of the NSA, they may not let you go. And then the next comment was, well, something that somebody else said, hopefully they'll let him in. You may not get in. It kind of makes us feel a little bit sorry for the Filipino authorities. What they're going to have to deal with. But I wanted to just read a brief passage here. I just finished reading a book on a biography of Eugene Debs. And this is a short passage that I think will really resonate with you. And it ties in with the whole UN flag episode. This was Debs speaking just before, or right actually after the beginning of World War I. And people are always on his case for not supporting the war. Many of his comrades, his colleagues, other organizations caved in to public pressure and supported the war effort, World War I. But Debs refused. And people questioned him about the sanctity of the flag and that sort of thing. And here was his response. And this, I think, something you could say. The national flag has been polluted by the plutocracy who have used it to shield themselves in their evil doing. It is not at present the flag of the patriot, but has become the flag of predatory wealth in its exploitation of the working class and its ravages upon the people generally. This is the only objection the socialists have ever urged against the colors of the United States, and in this position they have endorsement of every true patriot in the land. I think you've always been someone who's understood and have articulated that most of the problems we're dealing with, trying to face, come from a common, single core, and that of capitalism, imperialism, militarism. So we're going to miss you, Carl. Going to miss you.
Thank you.